There is a lot of talk these days about genomes. This is the first of 3 short films that will introduce you to your genome. This film asks, where does your genome come from? The other films in this series ask, what is your genome like and what does your genome do? Your life began at the moment when the head of your father's sperm entered your mother's egg. This is called fertilization. At that moment, a clock started running within you that will continue for the rest of your life. So, what happened to you next? The sperm and the egg contain genetic information packaged into structures called nuclei. The sperm has a male nucleus and the egg has a female nucleus. The male nucleus enters the egg and moves towards the female nucleus. The 2 nuclei then lie next to each other. After about half an hour, the 2 nuclei fuse together to form a single nucleus. This nucleus contains equal amounts of genetic information from your father and from your mother. This is your genome. After an hour or so, the cell makes an identical copy of the nucleus. The cell then divides into 2 cells. Each cell contains a nucleus with the same genetic information as the original fertilized egg. Cell division continues throughout your growth and development. 2 cells divide to become 4 cells. 4 cells divide to become 8 cells. 8 cells divide to become 16 cells, and so on. These days you have about 37 trillion cells. That's 3 times 10 to the power 17 cells in your body. Each of these cells contains a nucleus, which is a copy of the one in the original fertilized egg, with the same genetic information. The new cells start life all looking the same. Over time, they develop in different ways to become all of the different types of cell found in your body. Each of these cells contains the same genetic information as the original fertilized egg. Each cell is using different parts of this information to grow and develop. The cell responds to chemicals in its local environment by asking the nucleus to give it the information it needs to grow and develop. It is as if each cell contains a complete encyclopedia, but only uses the information in a few pages to grow and develop. Each type of cell uses different pages of the encyclopedia. Your genome was inherited from the genetic information given to you by your parents. Your mother and your father gave you equal amounts of genetic information. This genetic information is found in every cell in your body. Each cell uses some of this information to grow and to develop. But what does your genome look like? To answer that question, we have to go inside the nuclei of your cells, and that will be the subject of the next presentation.